we're 1 week out from the NBA draft. Wizards have been on the clock for a while now, holding the number 1 overall pick.
It's getting interesting, Cakes.
It is getting a little bit spicy. We have some audio we want to dive into about Darren Peterson, who's making a lot of headlines over the last 24 hours about who he will work out for and who he will not work out for. Here we go.
Darren Peterson, potential top pick, visited with the Washington Wizards last week. But that's not the interesting part. The major wrinkle here, about a week from the NBA draft, is multiple sources tell ESPN that Darren Peterson has made the decision to only work out and visit with the Washington Wizards. He is not granting anyone else any access to him, any other workout or visit with him. He's only visiting with a number 1 pick team in the Wizards. I'm told Peterson has met with and worked out multiple times in Washington, D.C. and in the Los Angeles area with the Wizards. AJ DeBonsa, the other player expected to be either the number 1 or number 2 overall pick, he went and visited with both the Wizards and the Utah Jazz. This is a case where my understanding is both Darren Peterson and AJ DeBonsa believe they will be the number 1 pick in the NBA draft.
Both of them believe they're going to be the number 1 pick.
A lot of drama and intrigue with 1 week left heading into the NBA draft.
Yeah, there is.
I think
drama.
DeBonsa has assumed it all along.
Yeah.
What I understand, and I listened to like 5 different podcasts yesterday. I was all in on this as I was just doing my day, just going from podcast to podcast, guys in Utah, the national guys, our local guys, just listening to all the analysts and just everybody's sort of take. The one that really sticks with me is the guy, Ben Anderson, who I guess we had on the show a few weeks ago. Drab reminded me yesterday, who's saying I guess he has ties to the Peterson camp. And he's saying he knows for a fact, essentially, that Peterson camp believes they're going 1. Mm-hmm. Like it either went so well, and in their multiple days that they were there with the Wizards, that they just believe they did so well that there's no scenario where they couldn't be, or that they've in fact gotten
been told.
Been told.
Yeah.
And Anderson's whole thing is this is about when it starts to shake out.
Yeah.
About a week before the draft.
Mm-hmm.
This is when it starts to get serious. This is when you start chatting. This is when you start saying, okay, you start really locking in and narrowing your focus. Doesn't mean he's going 1, but I really think the momentum is there, and there's a very great chance that DP is a guy. Think about it. Everyone always says, you already know this, that DeBonsa, had a terrible season defensively. People don't really care about defense, but Peterson's a two-way player. Peterson shoots it better. And if you ask any of them, who's the best talent? The best talent in the draft, they all say DP.
Yeah, and Will Dawkins might believe the same thing.
They all say DP. Now, the questions people have about the health and the cramping issues. If you read the reporting, it's almost universal. Everyone says the NBA guys are not concerned about the medicals.
Yeah.
They're okay with the medicals.
Yeah.
So what is there? You're not going to pick the best player in the draft?
If Will Dawkins believes he's the best player, they're going to take him.
Yeah, if he feels like he's the best talent available, he'll take him.
And it's not unprecedented that prospects say they're not going to work out for certain players. Ace Bailey did that last year with Utah, and Utah took him anyway.
There's also scuttle that Keontae George, who's with the Jazz now, is represented by the same agent that represents Darren Peterson, and that they don't want those two taking time and minutes away from each other because George has a deal coming up. I think it's either next year or the year after. They don't want them landing on the same court together.
Right.
So they're basically signaling to the Jazz, don't pick Peterson. But Danny Ainge has shown that he's
going to pick whoever he wants.
He's going to pick the best player for his team.
If Peterson isn't the pick at number 1 by the Wizards, that doesn't mean he's not going to get picked 2 by the Jazz.
I would assume he's going to be the number 2 pick. Yeah.
Right. You would think. Even if he didn't work out for them, like Danny Ainge isn't going to care that they're represented by the same agent.
The other thing that's interesting,
and I won't be surprised at all if they announce it's Peterson or DeBonsa.
Right.
I think it's right now it's a toss up to me. I know that a lot of people are now kind of swerving over to the Peterson side based on everything they've heard. But
I think what a lot of people are doing is they're still in their corner on AJ. And again, AJ is going to be a great player.
Yep.
I don't have really anything negative to say about him. Although some people Not me. Some people, and I think Drab mentioned this yesterday, have been rubbed the wrong way, the way he's kind of taken this media tour and kind of being everywhere. That hasn't bothered me. I haven't seen anything from him that bothers me.
As long as he gives it all his all on the court and plays well.
I'm sure he will. Yeah. But some people think maybe he's just a little too full of himself.
Yeah, that's possible.
I will say that if AJ comes here, fully support him. But what
100%.
I see right now, to me, are some red flags of what my concern with him is that he's not a team player. That the tour, they give me your number. I put butts in the seats.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, to me, BYU was preseason the number 8 team in the country, and they barely finished 500 in conference, and they lost in very early in the tournament.
That is one of the concerns. Is he going to be just a very good player or a great player on a bad team?
To me, it's we all know AJ can score. To me, that doesn't mean that's winning basketball.
Yeah,
that's my concern with AJ.
You need more than that.
And DP is a two-way player, is a better shooter.
He is.
Largely considered number one in a lot of circles before the kind of the disaster that happened at Kansas, the miscommunication, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
I had a bodybuilder yesterday tell me on Twitter, just not buying the creatine thing, that he's taking creatine or whatever. And that's fine. But I've also taken creatine, and I've had full body cramp ups like on air doing the show.
This guy was saying he's not buying.
He's just not buying the creatine issue.
That was the
Well, I've
cause.
experienced it.
Yeah.
And apparently what Peterson did was way overtaking what he should have. Or you can imagine, 18-year-old kid, you don't know. They say this is going to make you stronger.
Take more,
You just take a bunch of scoops, and you keep doing it. It's like 3 shakes a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I totally believe the creatine issue. I've experienced it. If you're not careful with your hydration, it screws you all up.
And look, it may not be an issue at all. It may not. You're right. And Will Dawkins might just say, all right, we're not worried about it. If Peterson's the guy, if they believe he is the guy to make their team better, and by the way, we haven't talked about Sarr having foot surgery.
Yeah, that's
although
a red flag.
He should be fine for the start of the season.
But you do worry about feet with big guys.
But with big guys, you do.
You do worry about feet with big guys. So that wasn't a great story.
It wasn't. But if Will Dawkins feels like this is the best guy for the team, he's going to make us better.
Take him.
Of course he's going to take him. Of course. Yeah.
I just like.
And I don't have a problem with that.
I just like how Peterson is handling this over AJ. Peterson is letting his actions do the talking by working out for them. I mean, he's already done like multiple team interviews.
And he's done multiple workouts apparently with the Wizards.
I know.
Yes.
Multiple with the Wizards.
Team interviews with the Wizards.
Yeah.
So he's just.
But you're
the Peterson's actions are different than what AJ is saying. Like Peterson seems to be the one who is being courted by the team, right?
Okay, so you're praising Peterson for being arrogant by only working out for the Wizards, but you're slighting AJ DeBonsa. He's working out for the Wizards and the Jazz.
Yeah.
But is that arrogant? Hold on. Is that arrogant or just saying, hey, you guys have seen me. There's enough tape of me.
Yeah.
You've interviewed me. You've measured me. Everyone has my medicals.
I think there's at least a hint of arrogance when you go out and say, I'm only going to work out for the Wizards, and I'm not going to grant workouts to any other team.
I can understand that.
So
perception.
I don't want to be taken by any of those other teams.
Wait, what if the Wizards?
They're giving him the signal that they really, really, really want him.
Okay.
So why would
be.
I waste my time?
And also maybe for whatever reason, and I don't blame any kid. I honestly blame no kid for saying, you know what? I don't really want to live in Utah, or I don't really want to, even DC. I don't really want to live in DC, or whatever it is. And if it's your small little way of maybe trying, I don't think it would matter. I think if Danny Ainge wants Darren Peterson, he'll draft him if he's available. But if it has helped others, they say I don't want to. Sarr said he didn't want to go to Atlanta. They didn't take him. So sometimes it works in your favor. So maybe it's as simple as you just want to go there, and he's just saying, hey, you know what, I don't want to go there. And that's not arrogance. I want to play in Utah.
It presents potential awkwardness if, say, he doesn't go 1 or even 2, and then he winds up 3 in Memphis, and then he didn't work out for them. Like
but they all know what they're
he
getting.
kind of jilted the city by not coming and working out for the team.
You know what they
That's
said?
all.
Yeah,
Ace Bailey was the exact opposite of what every perception was, and he didn't work out for Utah. They loved him. He was a great kid.
Yeah, I think the fans will forgive him.
Ingratiated himself.
If you're out there balling, they're going to forgive you.
Yeah,
Sure.
these
You're
guys are
putting up
all
20 a night.
ballers. They're all going to be very, very good players. We're picking around the edges, but I do think at the end of the day, the refrain you hear from all of them, and I've listened to practically all of them, is if you base it on talent alone, it's Darren Peterson.
Yeah.
So just think about that. If you base it on talent alone, and so then what's the other question mark? Okay, health, medicals, etc. All the reporting is the NBA guys don't have an issue with the medicals.
They're not worried about it.
They've seen it. They've seen all the whatever. They're fine.
Sure.
So they're gonna draft the best player.
They are. And, a lot of people might think that there's a sizable gap. I don't think there's a sizable gap, but maybe Will Dawkins believes so. And they think Darren Peterson's the guy. If they feel like he's the best guy, they should take him. They should.
I think they're gonna. And I think as of yesterday, it only dropped like 50 points or whatever. I think it's still plus 450 on FanDuel as of last night. I don't know. Maybe it's changed overnight.
Yeah.
It was plus 500.
What was AJ?
No, that's AJ.
AJ was plus 500.
Yes.
AJ's plus 320 right now to go number one.
So now it's gone from 500 to 320.
So reports have said that Peterson's camp is, quote, very confident they are going number one.
That's the Anderson report.
Very confident.
Yeah. They basically feel it's over. They've been given the signal.
Based on everything you've heard, would you now be surprised if they didn't take Peterson one?
Kinda, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I told you, for the last 3 to 4 weeks, I've been kind of convinced this is the guy. I think this is the one we need to take. Mm-hmm. Especially when you look at I know people don't want to base it on fit, but you basically have good defenders all around in Trae Young. So that helps offset the Trae Young factor. Right?
Maybe they just feel like, I'm just guessing here, but maybe they don't feel like Devontae is the best fit based on what the guys they already have on the roster.
I know they love Keyshawn. That's another thing that people are reminding. Hey, they love Keyshawn.
Yeah.
Keyshawn's a better defender.
So
800-636-1067 is the number. What do you make
intrigued by
What do you make of Darren Peterson's decision to ice out all the other teams other than the Washington Wizards? He's conducted multiple workouts for them, both here and in Los Angeles. 800-636-1067 is the number.
Some people are saying this is kind of irrelevant because this is not the Wizards saying it, at least publicly, right? It's just DP angling, right? That's fair. Mm-hmm. As far as we know, that's fair.
It's gamesmanship.
Yeah. That's fair.
Right? Definitely in a way to make it look like he's in contention.
It's jockeying for position heading into the draft.
Hey, listen, I'm a number one contender. I think I deserve to be number one. And I'm making it known I want to go number one. Mm-hmm. So that's fair. But I think it's also fair that after multiple meetings with the Wizards,
you get a vibe.
The family has a vibe.
Yeah, you get a vibe.
Like they say, everybody in his camp has a vibe. Now, there's also a report that Devontae had his workout with the Wizards, and this sounds like agent talk, it went perfect.
Yeah.
Which I probably believe.
He could have a vibe, too.
I probably believe it. I wouldn't doubt that AJ Devontae went out there and impressed everybody.
Sure.
He's a freak. I believe it. But I still go back, and you can criticize me for it, but I have fears just racing around my brain. Just racing around my brain when we asked Will Dawkins to describe those guys.
The word association.
It's the most impressive word of the five guys that we asked him about.
That may play out. It may play out that was his hint.
Well, he definitely thinks he's fierce. Whether or not he thinks scorer is a better adjective or not, he definitely thinks he's fierce. So add that to the list.
He could also have different word association now that they've studied these guys more and met with them multiple times too.
He could, but remember, he's been watching these guys since they were like 14 years old.
Yeah, I know,
these are the cream of the crop.
But they haven't been talking to him. They've interviewed these guys multiple times. So
yeah,
I know
just have to nail it. Whatever guy they pick,
of course,
it's got to be like you can't draft Peterson and he's an oft injured guy and is in and out of the lineup and underwhelms, and then Devontae goes on to become like an all NBA first team guy.
I think
if that happens, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs.
I think, for sure.
I mean, that's how big and critical and pivotal.
But by the same token, if they draft Devontae and he is, good, not great, but the others are great, they're going to be in trouble there too.
That's going to reflect poorly.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't want to make this pick. I've said it for weeks. I would not want to make this pick.
Now, what Will Dawkins and Winger have going for them is that most likely both players are going to develop into high-level NBA stars.
Yeah.
Both guys have pathways to become superstars.
Agreed.
So hopefully that happens for both of them.
But how
and
often?
the Wizards are good either way.
But how often do two guys come out the same year and both are basically considered equal? Usually one is kind of considered a little bit better
True.
based on success or team success or whatever, accolade, whatever it is. I mean, there is going to be a hierarchy. People are going to rank these guys at the end of the day.
Look, it just comes down to Will and everybody else in that front office. Who's the best guy? Who's the best fit for us? Who's going to be here for 10 years, help us possibly win a championship? They believe Peterson's the guy.
And
go after
what
him.
is the Brunson factor? What is the and this is where I'll tell you where early on when I flipped, because I was when they pulled it, I went, okay, I think I'm on DeBonsa. I think I'm on DeBonsa. I think it's DeBonsa. And then really it took me about 48 hours, and I just said, you know what? I think it's DP. And JP really convinced me because guard play is so important come playoff time. We saw what Brunson did single-handedly carry the Knicks. Now, Anunoby was huge and other guys, of course. But, man, if you have a guard like that can give you 35, 45 in a big-time playoff game, I think Peterson's that guy. I think he can do that.
I know. You're
He
excited.
can play
Everyone's
off ball, he
excited.
can play with the ball. He's a plus defender. He shoots it great. Mm-hmm. Actually got better as a shooter.
Now, all of those things AJ can get better at.
I agree.
He and probably will.
I think he will. He's so talented.
Yeah, he's not a finished product.
It's
by
not
any
really
means.
a knock against AJ. It's
No.
really not. It's hard to find anything negative.
Yeah, AJ plays above the rim.
AJ gets a ton
That's
of
what he
credit
does.
for
He
what
plays
he
above.
did at BYU.
Yeah.
He went out there and led the nation in scoring.
Mm-hmm.
And he was out there every game. You could, even though I think I understand what maybe happened with DP. You can't argue that it was a bit of a debacle. You can't argue
it was it was a big time red flag.
I mean, it was not great.
Miss 11 games.
11 games.
Wasn't
That's
great.
a lot of games.
And came out early. And
It's a third of your season.
a lot of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot. So hopefully that his medicals have
But I can tell you this.
satisfied all the NBA front office guys.
The hardcore DeBonsa guys, I can feel it. They're perturbed and they're not moving off their DeBonsa stance. I could just feel it the last 24 hours.
Yeah, I still would take DeBonsa, but I could see. I won't be surprised if they take
Look, I
Peterson.
like DeMonts a lot, but I trust Will Dawkins. Because
And I do too.
Will Dawkins has forgotten more about basketball in 10 seconds than I will ever know.
Of
So
course.
I have to trust his expertise, his and his whole staff.
But this is going to be for Eric Bickle. Darren Peterson is going to become Caleb Downs if they don't take him.
Yeah, that's true.
He will become the NBA's version of Caleb Downs.
Listen,
if they
same
don't
thing
select
with Sonny Styles. There's nothing not to like about Sonny Styles.
Mm-hmm.
I just was a little bit scared about a guy that was just so dominant with the combine, but not necessarily as dominant on the field. Playing a new position.
He's going to be your guy.
He'll be my guy.
Even if he's playing for Utah.
He'll be my guy.
I'm talking about Darren Peterson.
Darren Peterson. Well, I'll definitely keep an eye on his development.
You're going to be watching some West Coast games.
We'll get back into NBA
Don't
draft
get crazy.
talk coming up at 8 o'clock. Tyler Metcalf, founder of No Ceilings NBA, he'll join the show coming up at 8 here on The Junks.